All right, hello wine drinking people. Today is Wednesday, July 18th, and you could call July maybe Spanish Wine Month. We've got so many Spanish tastings coming up this month. We have got, one back-to-back this next week at the Edge. We've got Spanish wines, and then Cafe Maxx the very next night. We've got Spanish wines, but different wines and a different importer. This is an annual event that we do with importer Jorge Ordonez every year. I'll never forget my first trip to Spain back in 1994, courtesy of the Spanish government. Won this test that the Spanish Wines of Spain group used to put on and was one of the highest scores here in South Florida. So I got to spend 2 weeks in Spain, all expenses paid, and one of the greatest trips of my life. They put us up in, the nicest hotels in the area, took us out to dinner in the nicest restaurants, and brought us to some of the most average wineries in Spain. Well, some of the biggest wineries in Spain footed the bill, I guess. But, that was right when things were starting to turn around for Spain. It was in the late 70s that you really couldn't find much great other than Vegas, Sicily, and a few other things coming out of Spain from Rioja. And then after Franco lost power, Spain started to see some other great wines coming into Spain, and they realized we need to make much better wine if we're going to sell our wine outside of Spain, and things started to change. And like I said, just like everywhere else in the 90s, things started to, the cold fermentation came about, and, you had these wineries outfitting with the, the latest in technology, and then, they learned what to do in the vineyards, and they had people like Jorge Ordonez leading the way in the late 80s. He started selling Spanish wine in this country in 1987. So year I graduated from high school, but like I said, it was probably very difficult to sell Spanish wines in this country at that time, but he started slowly, a little bit at a time, introducing America to some of Spain's greatest wines. And today, although his portfolio is scaled down quite a bit from years past, he used to represent about 80 wineries, today about half of that, 40, but that is the way you keep quality at a very high level. You just keep adding more and more to the pile, and it's very hard to control what you have. And today, Jorge Ordonez is still all about quality and value. One of the things that's important to Jorge also, whether you get a bottle from him that's $10, $8, he's got some stuff that the only $8 wine we have in the store, Borsal, actually is very nice, and then he's got stuff for $100. You're not going to be disappointed at any range of the quality scale, because there is still value in anything with Jorge's name on it. Okay, we've got a great lineup of unique wines from Spain this evening at Cafe Maxx. We've got Stacole, which is from the north of Spain. This wine is very light, very crisp on your tongue, even has a little effervescence on there. A really cool and unique wine. I couldn't compare to anything else anywhere in the world. We have got Cava, the second oldest Cava house in Spain. I've never had this wine, so I'm excited to taste this. The Muscat Botani, which is Jorge's own winery. He actually owns a winery with some partners as well as being an importer and also a winemaker. He does blending with 2/3 of the wineries that he represents. He helps them make their wine, and packaging, of course, a mastermind behind packaging. So important in this marketplace that you can recognize the wine, or it sticks out on at your retail store. And these wines all do, and hey, they have names, most of them that you can pronounce. All right, well, check it out, everything that we're drinking at our Jorge Ordonez event at Cafe Maxx a week from tonight. I'm your host, Andrew Lamposoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying remember, always drink the good stuff first.